Good morning, good evening, and good night, everybody. I don't know when you're gonna be watching this video, but I hope you're having an amazing day. And today I'm here to talk about another speech for Mr. Armstrong's class. And today's nothing compared with the last videos that I made about hiking and why be alone is good and shoes. Today I'm gonna be talking about someone. This guy is called Nikola Tesla. He's different from everybody else because he was a genius and he made a lot of good stuff for the world and for the future to improve. He was a really good guy, and I searched a few things about him and I want to share with you guys on this today's speech. Okay, so what I want to share about him is like his whole life since the beginning, of course, and but like putting just the main points, not like the useless points, just like when was he born, like what he did to be like a genius, to be on the top, like his life, where did he live, like the big stuff that he did, the things that he created. And so let's start from the beginning, right? So he was born in July 10th of 1856 in a city called Simijam in Austrian Empire. Today Austrian Empire doesn't exist anymore. It is Croatia. Sorry, I don't know how to spell this. It's close to Germany and Russia. It is in Europe, of course, in the middle Europe. Yes. And so he was born there, and he died in January 7th of 1943 at the age of 86. He was very old, and he died by natural causes. That's good, a good death. And so at the long of his life, he made very good stuff for the humanity. Like he studied a lot of electricity. He he made a lot of inventions, really important inventions for us that I don't think we would be like what we are right now without him and without what he did for us. So he's very important, and I learned a lot about him and how good he was for all of us. And I'm pretty sure he was a very important guy for his era. And nowadays, people like don't give him too much attention. Yet I think it should be given because it was very important. Because of him, we are what we are now. So he was born in 1856 in the little city called Smigen, and he started like his getting his knowledge about engineering and mechanics and like electricity in the 1870s like this, and he was studying in high school, but he never graduated. That's something funny because he's a genius. He made all those big stuff, but he never graduated. Of course, like as Isaac Newton, he was not good in school and all the stuff, so he didn't graduate. But he was a genius. So after not graduating from school, he started working on a company on medicine. I think it's medicine company, and so during the 1880s, I'm sorry, he started working in this part in the company, the medicine company, and was the because I think Thomas Jefferson, Thomas Medicine. So he started working there in the electronic part, in my more the science part, because he was good at it and that was something that he liked. So I was kind of happy there. Was an industry, and so yeah, so he was happy there in the Continental in the company of Edison, and he was happy there. But in 1884 he moved to U.S. to New York City, and because he had a better life in U.S., he saw that his place was not like getting along with it, and there were a lot of immigration to U.S. in that time. There was the Gilded Age on U.S. where a lot of people from Europe were moving to United States. The United States were getting big and big and big and better, and so he moved there to have more like have more opportunities to study and study more in what he wanted because he was very smart. So I think it worth. So as a young genius, he moved to United States in 1884 to New York City, and he kept working to Edison to Edison Enterprises in New York because they had like a branch there, so he could work there. and he worked there for like more couple months, and after that he started like he saw that he could be bigger, you know. So in 1888 he kind of left the company, but he was a nice guy, such a nice guy that the guys from the company started helping him, like giving him money to start his own studying and all, opening his own labs. So he opened few labs on New York City, I think, and so there he started his studying the electronic, like magnetic stuff, electronic stuff, um, like those science and physics stuff. And so yeah, this was like his first move from Europe to US was a really good move, and to New York, it's a big city. We know that it's the biggest and the top city in the whole world. So it was a smart move. And then work more for the company for a few times, for a few years, and then opening his own things, his own stuff. That was his goal. Create, be a genius, be successful. That what everybody wants. And that's what he did. He did it, and he's opening his own stuff. And so yeah, he's opening his own stuff, and as much like as stuff that was discovering and creating that we're gonna talk about later. The scientific community starts looking at him, say, "Hey, we have a young genius here." So like science guys from the before years, like was born before him, more old, more like veteran guys of science, they were looking at his projects, say, "Hey, this guy's young, this guy's smart, this guy has the vibe, he knows how to deal with it. So let's help him." And since there, he started like just going up, just flying. Flying very high. So he got a lot of awards, and that's where we're gonna talk about now, his awards. So after 1900, after 1900, he started winning several awards. So because he was getting famous, people were knowing him for the things that was doing and his projects and everything else. So he won several awards, but we're gonna talk about the main ones that I think is the better one. I have a list here. Sorry, reading for that. So he won the Elliott Cresson Medal in 1894, and it was very important because it's like a medal, but it's like a medal of honor because of the scientific stuff. It was really good. He won the Order of Saint Sava on the first class and on the second class too. The first class was 1926 and the second class was a little before 1892. So he was getting big. Definitely. These are two, I think it was the two main awards that he won. And yeah, so he won his own award. Like nowadays they have an own award for him that is called the Nikola Tesla Award. So just few people in the whole world are gonna get these or got these because it's very special and restricted. So yeah, this was his successful life. So today I'm gonna talk about about his personal life, how he was, because like if you say scientific, like you think an old boring guy, but Nikola Tesla was not old and boring guy. He was like he was old, but it was not boring. He was interesting. So he was described by his friends as a tall and thin guy. He was 188 meters. That would be 6.2 feet. That's a lot. That's very high, very tall. And he was very thin too. He was 64 kilograms. That would be 142 pounds. He was like big stick. He was a big stick. And people used to say he was elegant and he was gracious. He was charm. He has the charm. He used to wear beautiful and fresh suits. So like the suits, he was always dressing good and looking good too. Beautiful hair, beautiful eyes. So he was a good looking guy. And on his life, fun fact, he never got married, never had kids. Said a family for him was like a waste of time because he would have to pass time with the family instead of passing time working and studying. And he think work and study was more important for him to help the world than like have a family. I understand him. A lot of people say he was homosexual, but I don't think so. It was just a guy who likes to work alone. And I think that's pretty much it. He won several awards, several stuff for him. I separate a couple of things that he got for him. So the main things that he created for us was the Tesla turbine that later will become what we call the piston engine in the cars and automobiles in general. So if he didn't create that, we wouldn't have cars right now and motorcycles. So life would be very hard right now. So he created the X-rays, when you break a bone and the guy goes put in the machine and see which bone is broken. That's fantastic. That saved several lives. So that's amazing. I don't have to talk about more of he did because this is enough. This is very good. I'm gonna talk about more. So he created the AC because in these hot days, this is not AC, but you know what I mean. So in these hot days nowadays, we need AC to keep cool and don't die of being very hot. He created the radio, the neon lamps, and the included motors. So it's like the real motor. And fun fact is that he was born like in the same age, in the same time as what is this called? I'm very sorry. Thomas Edison. Sorry for forgetting this. So he was born in like almost the same age as Thomas Edison, and they helped each other, creating some stuff and studying together, putting the things together. They were cool friends. Not two friends, but not enemies. They were helping each other for a bigger great for the world. So that was today's speech about Nikola Tesla. I hope you guys enjoy. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend and week, and hope to see you guys next video. Bye bye.